folks, Guns Gear on Target training out here in Oregon. Before we get started, if you enjoy our content, please like, share, subscribe, and above all, comment. All those things help fuel the YouTube algorithm and bring the content to more folks. Today, I wanted to do a relatively short video about a trigger made by Glock Triggers, Inc. This is called the Skimmer trigger, and it was in collaboration with Travis Haley. And the intent of this trigger is to improve a carry trigger, so it's not super light. But some of the things that happen with this trigger is you get less grit, like there is no grit. You get a trigger that breaks a little bit farther forward, so there's less take up, and then there's less over travel and a very quick reset. So I put this in my Glock 45 and shot a few hundred rounds at the range last weekend. And what I noticed right away is it's really a good setup if you don't want to use a lighter trigger, but you do want to improve on the stock Glock trigger. Now, one of the things that's interesting about the Skimmer system is it uses OEM parts that have been polished and then fitted, and it comes as a complete package. So it has the entire trigger, the trigger bar, the trigger mechanism that sits inside the, frame of the Glock. It has the trigger spring, the striker spring, and it has the safety plunger spring. All of those have been designed to work together and to optimize the trigger itself. So I'm going to go ahead and do our faux press here. So we've confirmed the gun is unloaded. So there is a wall that you feel right at the beginning, right? And that's intentional because this is a carry trigger. So we come through here and then right there. So quick reset. So we measured this a couple times and we get an average of just over 5 pounds, like 5 1/4. And the Glock trigger is theoretically a 5.5 pound connector, so you're not getting a lot of change in trigger weight in terms of the pull. What you are getting is you're getting a smoother take up and a more distinct wall right here with less over travel. The face of the trigger works for me. I know some people don't like the Glock, trigger design, that trigger shape. It works fine for me, and this is a good improvement if you're looking to swap out your Glock trigger. You want to go with something better, but you don't want to lower the weight a lot. Now, I had been shooting the Glock Performance trigger in this pistol previously. That is a different kind of trigger. So I am very favorably impressed. I would be comfortable, very comfortable carrying this. Now keep in mind, folks, I'm not hung up on the possible liability with you doing something to your trigger, provided you are justified in the use of deadly force if it ever came to that. Yes, you could have a prosecutor who goes after you because you've done something to your stock pistol. However, if you do training, you can document training and you can document practice and document the fact that every modification you've done is to make you more accurate and less likely to have a shot go where you don't intend it. In my mind, that's a good thing. So for me, this would be a great option. It's a good trigger, 100% reliable. We shot about 250, 300 rounds, a lot of different types of ammo. Worked great. I was able to hit steel, man-sized steel plate at 35 yards, I believe. Maybe it was 40. We went to 25 and then to, I think, 35. And I was able to do it. I think I missed 1 out of 5 shots or something. That's probably on me, not the trigger. But it wasn't noticeably different from the results in terms of the accuracy and ability to deliver hits on target than it was with the Glock Performance Trigger. So I think it's a solid option. I did not get paid for this. Yes, they sent me the trigger to try and to do some testing. And when I talked to the Glock Trigger folks, they're like, give us your honest opinion. So my honest opinion is it's very good. And it's a good option if you're looking for an enhancement to a carry gun and you don't want to lighten the trigger pull in any way, shape, or form. This is a smoother trigger pull, comes in right between 5 and 5.25 pounds after 7 or 8 pulls with our manual old school Wheeler trigger pull scale. Good stuff. That's all we got today, folks. If you enjoy our content, please, please, please share it. Share it. Share it. We're so close. We're about 400 subscribers away from 100,000 subscribers. So if you can help us out with that, I greatly appreciate it. That's all we got today. Finally, as always, stay safe.